Hi guys, welcome back to The Makeup Hunter. I'm Laura. I'm supposed to now wear glasses all of the time, but if I put my glasses on, all I can see is the reflection of my ring lights. So I'm going to have to wear them on the top of my head until my eyes get sore or I get a headache, and then I'm going to have to put them back on. So I do apologise. But anyway, welcome to today's video. I'm so glad to have you here. This is my hair in its au natural state. I am trying to lay off heat styling for a while, so I'm really sorry if it looks like the wild woman of Borneo's hair, but we're just gonna have to deal with it because I'm not doing anything else to it tonight. So today I am doing a good old-fashioned haul video. I have been doing quite a bit of stress shopping lately, and there's been some great discounts and sales on. We had bank holiday weekend at the end of August, and I got quite a bit of stuff during that weekend, as a few of the beauty sites had some cracking offers on. So I have got a few of the items on my face today. You'll have seen me do a get ready with me probably in my previous video where I did this full face of makeup, but I did mention in that video that I wasn't going to be going through and giving details of the products I used because I was going to be doing a haul video, which, welcome, that's that video. I'm still a tiny little bit rusty sitting in front of the camera again. For some reason I feel so nervous and like I'm completely all over the place, but we're going to get through it, we're going to do it, and we're going to have fun. So let's get started. This is the big old box of makeup here. This is a Cult Beauty box that I've just shoved everything in, but I've got things from Feel Unique, Look Fantastic, Boots and Cult Beauty. I'll try and remember where everything was from and tell you as I introduce each item and talk about it a little bit, but as things came I just sort of shoved everything in the one box together. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm not going to go in any particular order. I'm just literally going to grab items from the box and we'll just talk about them in the order that I pull them. So the first item I have here is the new Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Heat. This is in the shade Hot Cherry. I know that she has just released another 3 shades in the Gloss Bomb Heat. This is the Lip Plumper. She's brought out Fenty Glow, Fussy and Hot Chocolate. This was the first one that she did, and it wasn't something that I was going to pick up. I'm not really a fan of a lip plumper. I find that the sensation of the plumping of the lips really uncomfortable, but I really like the shade of this, and I was in Boots and I just grabbed it on a whim. It smells absolutely gorgeous. It does have like a cherry scent to it. It doesn't smell like her original gloss bombs. They have more of like a vanilla, like cake batter scent. This is definitely like a fruity cherry sweet scent. The colour is just a very sheer bright pinky red. If I swatch it you're not really gonna see much, but it's just like a sheer raspberry, and it really does have that like bee sting feeling on the lips. When I very first put it on I wasn't sure whether I was going to like use it because of the sensation, but I just love the way it looks. I love the colour. I love the way it does plump my lips up. I put it on as I bought it. So I bought it, we went into another shop and I put it on straight away, and within about 5 minutes my mum said your bottom lips got really full. When the sensation goes away, the plumping effect does go down, but the actual gloss and the colour stuck around for quite a lot longer than the actual sensation did. So I'm a really big fan of this. Like I say, I only got this one because of the shade. I probably wouldn't pick up the other like gloss bomb heats that she's brought out. I'd just buy the original gloss bombs. There are some winged bastards in my room at the moment, and a moth has just dive bombed my hand. So if you see me having like a solo rave party, it's probably because I'm being attacked by flies and moths. We've had an influx of like daddy long legs and moths in the UK. I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but they all seem to like living in my bedroom, probably because of the lights. But anyway, I very much digress. So that's the first item. And the second item, also, that was from Boots. This was also from Boots. I'd been dying to pick this up ever since it launched. This is one of the new Dior highlighters, the Forever Couture Luminizers. I had seen this on Michelle Wong's channel. I was originally going to get the lightest shade, like the traditional like icy sort of colour, but she really raved about this one, shade number 4, which is Golden Glow, which is like a tangerine shade. It's straight on, it looks like a typical icy highlighter, but when I turn it to the side you can see the tangerine flip that it's got, and this is absolutely stunning. I mean, the packaging for a start off, it's like a squishy patent pleather, very sort of lightweight. It's only a very slim compact, but absolutely stunning nonetheless. And it's the baked gelée formula. So when you first put your brush into the pan, it doesn't seem like you're picking any product up, but when it applies to the skin, it just adds a beautiful glass like creamy finish, and that is one of the reasons why I love the baked gelée products so much. So this is just a swatch of it on my finger, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it very well, but it just has a lovely peachy gold flip to it, and on first look it would seem as though it would be too dark for my skin tone, but it works perfectly. It doesn't leave a strange cast on the skin. It just blends in lovely and leaves, like I say, a nice sort of like peachy gold glow. So those were 2 items that I got from Boots. And then next up, I'm actually wearing a couple of the products out of here on my face today. So this is the Natasha Denona Bronze Cheek Face Glow palette. So she has 2 of these like bronzy face palettes. She has the bronze and the tan. This one is the bronze, and this is what it looks like. So it's got 2 cream pans that are protected by this clear plastic, and then 2 powder products here. So today on my face I've got bronze cream blush, but she's actually added a sticker over that now says cream glow. So that is this one, and I have that on the tops of my cheekbones. When you first look at it straight on, it looks like an icy champagne, but when you turn it to the side, it has like a warm peachy flip to it. and I thought it might be a bit too dark on my skin, but it blends beautifully. And I've actually on top got this shade, which I knew was going to be too dark for me, but I've sort of used it as like a bronzer topper blush on my skin. So I've literally just got these two on, and then I've got an actual blush on the apples of my cheeks. I mean, I am self-tanned at the moment, but it doesn't look odd on my skin. Like I say, there's no strange cast, and I just think I look really bronzy and healthy. I got this one from Look Fantastic, and this was one I was never interested in at all. I wanted another one instead, but they actually had this for over 50% off on the bank holiday weekend, and I think I paid something like £25.50 for this. It may even have been less than that, but I couldn't pass that up, you know, a Natasha Denona face palette for like £25. So I grabbed that, and I'm so happy to have that. My mum's got her eye on it already, but I absolutely love it, and I love how it looks on my skin. The creams, like I say, I just used a duo fibre, this MAC duo fibre foundation brush, and I just buffed it into my skin. It didn't disturb my foundation or pick any product up. I'd put powder bronzer down first, and it blended absolutely beautiful. I'll do a couple of swatches actually. I need to try and get better at swatching products. So I'm just going to swatch this one, then this one, and this one. So let's see if I can manage this. I hate swatching my products, but I'll do it. I'll do it for you. They feel so unusual, these creams do. They're really like bouncy. They're like a putty formula, but if you've ever tried, say, a Colourpop Super Shock shadow, they're not as wet feeling as that. They're more of like a firmly pressed product. So I've just done the creams, and now I'm just going to swatch the powders next to it. And the powders, like her eyeshadows, are so silky and one swipe pigment. You barely have to touch the pan. So, oh well, that's a brilliant place to swatch, Laura. Let me just get that gloss off my hand. So that is those. So that's the lightest cream highlighter. Then the one I've used today. Then the powder highlighter that I've used as like a bronzer blush topper, and then that's the nudie highlight. I hope you can see that. But yeah, they're absolutely beautiful, and like I say, I'm so happy to have that in my collection. Okay guys, I'm so sorry I've had to put my glasses on. I'm being absolutely blinded by the lights, and it's really hurting my eyes. So I'm so sorry about the reflection. I'm trying to duck down a little bit so you can't see the reflection of the ring light, but you are going to get it. I'm so sorry. Right, next item I'm going to pull out is right, let's do this one. So I've got two items here that are the same. One I purchased and one I got as a free sample. So when I got something from Feel Unique, one of the samples that I was able to choose was some of the new Huda Beauty Glowish. But they only had 04 light medium, which is obviously far too dark for me. I need the lightest shade. which I purchased from Boots when I got the Fenty Gloss Bomb and the Dior Luminizer. This is the new skin tint from Huda Beauty's new sister brand, Glowish. This is what it looks like. And I am actually wearing Glowish today, but what I've done, because I've self-tanned, and the way you can use this, I'll just read some bits off the side. So it says, dewy glow, healthy looking skin, fragrance free. Wear alone for an all over healthy glow. Apply to the centre of the face and blend outward, or add to your favourite foundation to boost luminosity. And it just says on the other side that Glowish is a noun, which is the love child of Huda Beauty and Wishful, where flawless finish intersects with skincare and ingredients for the ultimate glow up. So that's the full size in the shade Fair. This is the little sample in the shade for light medium, and this is actually what I'm wearing on my skin today. But what I did was mix it with my Milani Screen Queen foundation, which is, with my fake tan at the moment, hair too light. So I'm just getting it out of my makeup bag that I've got next to me. So this is the Milani Screen Queen, and as you can see at the moment it's just a little bit too light for me. So I added about a pump and a half to sort of a healthy sized squeeze of the little Glowish sample. It's so cute, look. I probably put equal parts foundation to the Glowish, and oh my god, I love this stuff. I was really on the fence. It wasn't something that I was going to bother getting. That or the bronzer that she brought out at the same time just really didn't tickle my pickle. But I watch a lot of Alana Davidson. She's one of my favourite YouTubers, and I know that she's pretty much solely been wearing Glowish for her base product lately. So when I was in Boots, grabbed it on a whim. I had looked for it online, but all of the lightest 2 shades were sold out everywhere that I looked. And when I was getting the Dior Luminizer, I just saw that they'd got a fair, so I grabbed it. And I'm so happy I did. Obviously I haven't got a full, you know, application of just Glowish. I've mixed it in with normal foundation, and obviously I've also got on cream highlighter, I've got bronzer, I've got a glowy bronzer and a glowy blush on, but I haven't set anywhere other than under my eyes and around my mouth. And this is like my perfect base. My goal is to look sweaty without the effort, and I just love this base. So pleased with it. It blended like an absolute dream, and I can't wait to try the fair shade just on its own. What I'll do is I'll show you a little bit of the fair on the back of my hand so you can see the glow that's in it. So it's got, it's a skin tint, so it's like a light coverage, but it does pack, it packs enough of a punch coverage wise for me. So I've just got a little dollop, and then you'll see when I blend it in that it has this gorgeous shift to it. It's almost like a silvery sheen running through it, and it's just stunning. So that is the Glowish. And then another base product, I've been bougie this month. This haul, this collective haul is bougie, so just a heads up. But I finally got some Giorgio Armani Beauty. I've been wanting some of these Giorgio Armani Beauty products for years, and I finally picked some up. I got some, I think it was 20% off at the bank holiday weekend off of Armani Beauty on Feel Unique. This is where this stuff was from. So this is the Luminous Silk, I think it's called the Glow, yeah, Luminous Silk Glow Fusion Powder, and I got mine in the shade 2. They didn't have a shade 1, but 2 is absolutely perfect. And this is such a strange consistency for a powder. So I'm going to get close up and see if you can see. It does almost look like a spongy texture. And this is a stunning powder. It feels, when you swatch it, it feels quite thick, like it's going to be very visible on the skin, but it's not at all. And this, like the Glowish, has like a silvery shift to it. Now I've wiped the Glowish off and I've just rubbed the powder into the back of my hand, and I'm not sure whether you're going to be able to see that radiance that it leaves behind. It's absolutely stunning. I have used it. I always set under my eyes with like a more like traditional powder. So the one that I've been using as of late is my Inglot Freedom System powder. It does have a luminosity through it, but it's not overly shimmery, so I use that to set under my eyes. And then I just took a really fluffy brush, so I took this brush and I just dusted it across my face. I haven't got it on today, but I did use it the other day and it looked absolutely stunning. My makeup lasted a good amount of time and it gave me that lovely healthy glow. So I am absolutely obsessed with this, and I'm like with my Dior Powder No Powder, I'm kind of tempted in picking up a darker shade to use as a bronzer, but I'm not going to because I've bought enough makeup to last me a lifetime. So the next item that I picked up is this gorgeous thing. So this is another Giorgio Armani powder beauty product. It's actually 2 products. So this is one of their cushion foundations. This is called the My Armani To Go Essence in Foundation Cushion. It has an SPF of 23 and it's in the shade number 1. So what you have to do, it's a bit of a con, but you buy the compact and then you have to buy your cushion refill separately. I think they do one that comes all as like one thing, but it's a different type of foundation, a different, not the My Armani To Go, it's a different one. I think I was a bit confused because each website I looked at had different options, but this was, like I say, this was off is it off Look Fantastic or Feel Unique? Whichever one I said, this is what I got from there. So this, the case is just, let me see if I can get it out to show you. Yeah, so this is what you get when you buy the case, the mirror and then the hollow back, and then this is what you get when you buy the cushion. So it's just, it comes in a like a foil packet, and then you've got the cushion and the actual compacted foundation, and you just slot it inside and it like clicks into place. So then you just slot it in, and then if you lift up the top, the foundation is inside in this cushion. I haven't used it, that's where I just squished my finger in to see if it came out, and the foundation is inside the cushion. So as I say, haven't tried it, so I can't comment on what the coverage or anything is like, but I've been dying to try a cushion foundation, so I picked up that. Okay, and next up, when I picked up the Natasha Denona bronze face palette, I also picked up the lip product which I'm wearing today, which is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick in the shade 30 NP Maria. As I say, I have it on my lips today. It's a gorgeous light peachy nude, and I only picked this shade because it was the only one on the site that was 50% off. I got this lipstick for £11, and whilst it probably wouldn't have been my first choice, for £11 I wasn't too fussed. I absolutely love the shade. It was a sort of a gamble, but it paid off. Like I say, I absolutely love it, and the formula is so good. It's really opaque. One swipe, as you've just seen, full opacity. I have got a lip liner on. I'm just wearing my Colourpop Minute Man lip liner because I find this shade is a little bit too light to wear without a lip liner, and I don't do my lips without lip liner these days anyway. So absolutely love this. The packaging is gorgeous. It's quite a heavy metal component, and it is magnetized, so absolutely love that. Absolute bargain, and I will probably pick up some more shades. And then next, the reason I did the Giorgio Armani purchase in the first place is I finally picked up Luminous Silk Foundation, the iconic foundation that I have been hearing beauty gurus rave about since I was a teenager. I've always wanted to try it, but it's something like £48 for this foundation, and I never felt the need to, you know, pull the trigger on it, even though I've spent more for other foundations that I haven't liked. So I figured, what the hell. And like I say, I got 20% off. This is in the shade 3.75. I haven't tried this on or swatched it, but I can tell the shade's going to be spot on. I used foundation to get my right shade, and I think I did quite well. It's got like a pinky undertone, which is usually what I go for. Really excited to use this. Absolutely cannot wait. And then two smaller items. These were also from Boots. I've lost two brown eyeliners. No idea where. They've got to be in my bedroom somewhere, but I've lost my two brown eyeliners. So I knew I wanted to pick up some more brown liner. What I had in mind was I wanted a warm brown and a cool brown, and I quite rate drugstore eyeliners, especially the NYX Epic Wear line. So I got two liners from that very line. I got the shade Deepest Brown, which is just a matte. I would say this is more of a neutral brown than a warm brown, which I initially thought in store. The lighting in Boots is so, it's like fluorescent lighting, very stark, so it's really difficult, I find, to gauge colours. I bought this one, which is All Time Olive, which obviously is an olive green, but in store this looked more brown, which is why I picked it up. It's not what I wanted. Obviously I wanted a brown, but I wear these kind of colours all the time, and this is like the drugstore version of my Victoria Beckham bronze, which is actually like an olive green. So the Deepest Brown is matte, olive is a shimmery green. I have it in my waterline today. Absolutely beautiful. I've got a few of the NYX Epic Wear liners, and they're beautiful. They actually call them a liner stick. Very creamy, very easy to smudge, but once they set down they stay and wear epically. See what I did there? Okay, so next item I've had this product on my wish list for so long and I never thought I would pick it up, but again had 15% off, so I finally picked up the Natasha Denona Bloom Cheek Palette. This is like the pinky rosy version of the Bronze Glow palette. This is what she looks like. Again, we've got two cream products here. I haven't touched this palette yet at all. So we've got a deep rose, a traditional like pink with a gold reflect, same in the powder here, and then a lighter icier pink. Again, I'll swatch this one. I'll try and do it in a better place this time. So again, I'm going to go 1 2 1 2 like that. So this is the Glow Cream base, and these ones feel much creamier than the ones in the tan palette. I'm not sure if you can even see that. These are way creamier. That's gorgeous. I'm going to need to use a light hand with that, and it has such a gorgeous gold sheen running through it. And then this is the lighter of the two powders. This is the Glow Extreme. Stunning. And then this is the Duo Glow, which is the one that I was the most excited about. Oh, look at that. Stunning. So stunning. I'm just going to swatch that first one again because I don't feel like you can see it at all. It actually doesn't show up much on my skin tone. It is just a glow cream base, so the idea, oh, you can just about see it, the idea is to layer the others, like the powders, on top. But that is gorgeous. Like I say, I've had that on my wish list for so long. I honestly never thought I'd own it. I've tried to dupe it out with products from my own collection many a time, but I don't ever think they're quite the same. It never feels quite as nice when you dupe it out from your own collection. So that was that, and then my final two products are goodies. They're good ones. So this product was definitely not on my radar at all. It's been out a couple of years and I'd never planned on purchasing it, but the more I thought about it, the more I realised I wanted it in my collection, and that is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. It's the palette that I have on my eyes today, and I can tell you I'm legit obsessed with this palette. I love it. It's one of the palettes that when I saw it, it just didn't do anything for me until I had it in my hands and saw the colours in person, and I just knew this palette would get a lot of love from me. and I purchased another palette that I was more excited about, and when I got both of them, this was the one that I was desperate to use first. And like I say, I haven't done my makeup for such a long time. The last time I wore makeup, I think, was beginning of last week, so almost 2 weeks ago, and this was the palette that I'm not gone anywhere today, but I knew that I wanted to use it. So the shades that I've used, I'm not going to swatch the whole palette because I haven't got enough arm or enough patience, but the shades that I've used today for this look, it doesn't do it justice on camera. So I've used the shade Morning in my crease, which is this lovely, on like reviews and videos that I've seen of people swatching this palette, it looks super like, Ray's gonna jump on the bed. Come on then. Good boy. Good boy. You make yourself comfortable, Bubba. So, when I've seen people swatch this palette, it's looked like the shade Morning is quite a pale, almost flesh toned yellow, but it really does pack a punch, especially on my skin tone. So that's the shade Morning. Let's, gorgeous, really beautiful transition shade. And then I've got the shade Clove, which is this one here, to deepen up the outer corner. This is the deepest like matte shade in the palette, and it does actually come out a lot deeper than you would expect in the palette. And I think it's just because of her formula. Her mattes are so beautifully creamy and pigmented. I mean, it's just stunning, absolutely stunning. And then on my lid, I mean, the shimmers in here, there's some absolute stunners, but the shade I went for was this one, the shade Awakening, which is a really unusual shade. It's really hard to describe. That it's super soft. I mean, I've only very lightly touched the pan, but it's like a pinky bronze, and it's got a purpley blue shift to it when it's actually on the eye. Let me just swatch it for you, hopefully you'll see what I mean. So it looks, see, it's like a duochrome, even a multi-chrome. Absolutely glorious. So I've only used those 3 shades in this look tonight, and this look was so easy to achieve, and I think really impactful. My mum and dad had been food shopping while I was filming and putting this makeup on, and the first thing my mum said when she came home was how pretty my eyeshadow was. So that's a win. So yeah, that's the Sunrise palette, and again I got 15% off this. It was really the only reason I purchased it, because it had got money off it. I wasn't going to buy it full price, but now I've got it and own it and I've seen it in person, I would 100% pay full price for this palette. And then last but by no means least, we have the new Natasha Denona Retro palette. This was the palette that I was the most excited for. As soon as she teased the outer packaging of this palette, I absolutely knew that I was going to pick it up. I'm definitely a Natasha Denona collector, I would say now. There aren't many of her products that I don't own, and I've yet to try one that I don't like. The ones that I was least bothered about was the lipsticks, and now I've tried one, I'm like, yeah, I want them all. Next on my agenda is her lip liners. So this is the retro palette. Now, like many people, I am very confused by this palette. I have the mini retro, which I'm sure all of you have seen. It's the one with the two sage greens and then the pinky tones in it, and we were all wanting a full-size version. It seems that what Natasha Denona is now doing is she releases a mini and then a midi palette to go along with it, or vice versa, or a big palette. This is one of the midi ones, like the Sunrise palette, and obviously this is absolutely in no way reminiscent of the mini retro, but it doesn't matter. I absolutely love it. I love the tones in this palette. I think it's such an autumn appropriate palette. You know, she's released it at the perfect time of year, and ever since I got this palette and started properly looking at it, I think this is like the older, more fun but still sophisticated sister of the glam palette. Because of these cool tones that we have, I think you could make so many stunning evening appropriate looks mixing this one and the glam palette together. The mini retro is a lot more fun, springy, casual in my opinion. The shades are very light and pretty, whereas these are darker, more, definitely more vampy, more autumn. So I haven't swatched this myself yet. I haven't used it, touched it, nothing, but I'm just going to swatch a couple of the shades. She has in this palette quite a few of the cream to powder formula, which is my favourite formula from Natasha Denona, and I'm going to swatch a couple of those for you. So the first one I'm going to swatch is this shade here called Andy, and that is the cream to powder. They're so buttery. That's the shade Andy. And then I'm going to swatch the shade Swing, which is this one here. Ooh. That is gorgeous. And then lastly, I'm going to swatch this cool toned shimmer here called Jude. This one's really calling to me, and this is one of the ones that really reminds me of the glam palette. Wow, but you can definitely see the purple in there. Again, it's like a duochrome. That's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I cannot wait to get that palette on my eyes. So that is everything that I've purchased recently, makeup wise. As I say, it's a collective haul. It's stuff that I've been collecting up from different retailers. So really excited to start playing with my makeup more, and you know, creating more fun looks and trying new textures and finishes and things like that. Makeup's all about fun and creativity, and these products really do inspire me and make me feel like being creative, especially the Sunrise palette. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Keep loving yourself, keep loving each other. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.